luxury automakers, they are pushing loyalty and conquest discounts as the holidays approach. Who's offering them? And more importantly, how do you get one? Let's talk to Mr. Joe White. He writes Eyes on the Road. That's a column for us here in the Wall Street Journal. Joe, if I need a new car, I should be looking at some of these. If I had the cash, tell me, who are the makers who are doing this?
Well, you know, we have the presidential election going, but after that's done, we'll have the race to be #1 amongst the big luxury car brands in the U.S. Basically, BMW and Mercedes are leading the pack. They got out early. They started last weekend with their Christmas holiday pushes, and they are offering some pretty good-looking deals to try to get you to buy one of their cars. I guess the adage that you should shop around before you settle really holds true in this case, because both of these companies are really pushing to either keep you in the fold if you're in it, or grab you from the other guy and give you a deal to put you in their cars.
So is it true if I drive up to, say, a BMW lot in a Mercedes or an Audi, that they're going to be more likely to give me a sweet deal because they're trying to convert me from one automaker to being in love with them? Absolutely.
Absolutely, and you probably won't have to push too hard to get it. They have as much as $750 of additional money that they can give you to convince you to get out of your Audi and buy a Mercedes or something like that. Most of these deals only work if you're driving another luxury brand car, but at this time of year, you might even be able to get that money if you're driving a Chevrolet, because they just want you in their car.
Now, a lot of people might say, look, I'm a loyal BMW customer. I'm a loyal Mercedes customer. What are they going to do for me to keep me in the fold? What kind of chunks of change are they throwing out to people to stay with them?
Well, boy, and they are glad you asked that question, because indeed the dealers have an answer. Again, they're offering cash. They're offering cash, roughly the same amounts from what I understand, $750 or so. But here's something else, and Mercedes and BMW are both doing this. If you have leased, let's say, a Mercedes C-Class, and you come back in and you say, well, I got 4 months to go or even 5 months to go on this lease. Love these deals, but what am I going to do? The dealer is probably going to be able to say to you, what you're going to do is sign here, and we're going to buy you out of that lease and put you in a new car. And that's something that, again, it's not absolutely brand new, but it's something they're doing pretty aggressively in this season.
Joe, we're talking about new cars in particular here, but what about people who say they may want to opt into a certified pre-owned vehicle with, say, BMW or Mercedes? I mean, this is often a way for people who may not have the cash to buy these new cars, even with these discounts, to sort of get their foot into the luxury market. Can you see any deals with these certified pre-owned cars?
I think all the companies are pushing pre-owned cars. The emphasis at this time of year is really on selling the new cars. But there are pre-owned deals, and I mean, basically, look, they want you, and here's why: because for 3 or 4 years, the market has been pretty slack. Now it's coming back. All these people who've been out of the market are getting back in the market. Even wealthy people who buy luxury cars, and they think that if they push now, they can grab a whole cadre of people and obviously keep them in their brands for years to come. And so they're pretty motivated to do business with you at all levels.
Joe, one last quick question for you. Why are the German luxury automakers devoting so much time and energy, in particular, to the U.S. market right now?
Well, it's because their home market, the European market, our listeners will be aware, is pretty much on its back. And even for the luxury brands, things are pretty slack in Europe. In China, which has been a booming market, sales have also slowed down. So BMW particularly has been very explicit in saying, look, we're going to ship cars that we're going to go to China, or maybe we were thinking of selling in Europe at the beginning of the year. We're going to ship them to the United States because that's where the demand is. So supplies, which aren't super rich in the United States, are going to get somewhat better. And BMW in particular is saying that, for instance, that their all-wheel drive 3 Series, which has been in short supply, is going to be in much better supply over the next several weeks. And they hope to make a big push with that car.
All right, Joe White, he writes the Eyes on the Road column. You can read more about that and how you can get a pretty good deal on a luxury vehicle tomorrow in the Personal Journal. Joe, thanks for giving us a preview here on Lunch Break.